So I recently just got a message from one of my subscribers on Instagram, and it was to talk about this topic. And it's kind of funny because I was planning on talking about this topic anyways, but it's the topic of relationships, whether it be situationships, friendships, whatever you want to call it, just the topic of relationships. So first and foremost, I mean, it doesn't really matter what type of walk of life you are or how old you are. Everybody, like indirectly or directly, has come into contact with a relationship, whether it be good or whether it be bad. So with this, I want y'all to be mindful that relationships isn't a one-size-fits-all type of ththing. Like, everybody's relationship in whatever capacity it is and however it falls on their life, I mean, it's not going to be the same technically as everybody else's. So just wanted to let that be known before I hop into the full subject of what this video is about, because the advice that I'm being asked is how to let go or how to move on. And to be honest, just starting out is not going to be the easiest thing to do, but it's something that's very necessary to do. And the reason I say it's so necessary is because you have to put yourself first. Like, you have to do the things that make you happy first so you can bring value to other people. You have to bring the value to yourself before you give it to other people. And the only real way that you're going to be able to do this is showing up for yourself first, like putting yourself first. And it's hard to do because I'm sure, like y'all, like I'm a person that wants to give and like always likes to give, never really receives. And it's hard because it makes me feel like I'm being selfish or that I'm being self-centered. But you have to understand, you're not going to be able to bring the value to other people if you don't first bring that value to yourself. So you have to take care of yourself so you can provide your best self to your friends, to your family, to your relationship, all of those things. It just all goes hand in hand, and it's very important because our entire lives, we've been fed this lie that relationships and friendships are supposed to be 50-50. They're supposed to be 100-100. Like, each side, each party of the relationship and or friendship is supposed to be given their all so that that relationship or friendship is able to be a positive environment for both people. Because as soon as that one person slips up and it's no longer 100-100, that's when somebody ends up falling short, and that's when people get hurt. And for the people this has already happened to, I think we can both agree that it's not the best feeling. And for the people that haven't experienced this before, you don't want that to happen. So be very attentive, pay attention, look at the dynamic of your relationship and or friendship. And if it's not living up to that 100-100 rule, then you gotta cut it out. You gotta let it go. Understand that life is supposed to be lived. Life is all about growth and evolving. So if you're connected to people that are just holding you down to the ground and you're not able to move and you're not able to grow, you have to get out of that environment no matter how painful it is in that moment to get out of there. It has to come to a point where you're like, hey, I need to put myself first and I need to grow. And if those people or that person around you isn't willing to accommodate for that or motivate your change or support your change, then you have to walk away from that. Because if you don't, the only person that you're going to end up hurting is yourself. So in the event of letting go or trying to move on, you have to realize that in this life, people are going to come and go. But it's not for just any random reason. It's not for no reason at all. It was because it needed to happen. And I wasn't able to realize this until like it's happened to me a couple of times. It was just like, okay, this is what it was for. I was able to become a better person. I was able to become stronger. I was able to think a lot more critically before I put my emotions before thinking logically. And if I'm being completely honest, that is the best gift that I've gotten out of these experiences. Is it gonna suck in the moment? Absolutely. Is it gonna make you feel a little bit sad? Most likely, but it's one of those things that's gonna help you so much more in the long run than you could ever even imagine. Because at the end of the day, you have to be okay with letting people miss out on you, because not everybody's supposed to be connected to you. And that's something that I've had to personally learn, and that has been one of the best lessons I've ever learned in my personal development journey. And I know you're probably asking the question of, well, if we weren't supposed to be connected, then why did they cross paths with me? I was asking myself the exact same question, but you have to understand that life moves in seasons. That person crossed your path because in that season that needed to happen for this next season for you to become a better person so that you can become an asset to yourself first and then become assets to other people. And I know I say this in a lot of my videos, but I'm truly a firm believer in that everything happens for a reason. And the reason I say that is because you have to put it into perspective. Those bad times were placed into your life, even though they were annoying, even though they were sad, it made you feel bad. They were placed into your life for a reason. And the reason was because you're now able to learn how to navigate your certain situations. And not only that, you're able to appreciate the good times that much more. So it's more than worth it. So when push comes to shove and you come into contact with somebody or a group of people that want to leave your life or that want to walk away, let them. It was supposed to happen. It was written that way. And the reason I say that is because everybody's life is just as complex as everybody else's life. You were both in that season together and you served them as much as you could in that season. And they served you as much as they could in that season. You have to look at it like, I'm not going to allow myself to hold them up, and I'm for sure not going to allow them to hold me up because I have another season to get to. So hold on to these things. Hold on to these things as you embark on your new season, because they will be the roadmap for how you navigate things, how you interact with things, and ultimately they will give you the vision that you would have never had before having this experience. So be grateful and find joy in being able to finally let go and move on, because if you thought last season was good, this next season is about to be a lot better, and I can guarantee you that. And yeah, that was basically it for me. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for all the love that y'all are showing me. And as I say in every single one of my videos, I know this from my personal experience, because I know if it's been able to help me, then it'll be able to help you too. So appreciate y'all again. Y'all have a good one, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.